guy is. What a knucklehead. You know what it was I used to have hot glue on here. And then I took the hot glue off. Is it working now? Yeah, it is. And then I took the hot glue off because I needed the microphone for something, or I don't remember what I was doing. So I pulled the hot glue off because it used to just fall out, and then it stopped falling out for a while. But now it's falling out again. Thank you for the fail, by the way. Oh man. All right. The only thing I didn't quite get done is I didn't get the thing on there. The thumbnail. So let me pop the thumbnail on and then we'll get going. So this, I am building up saying, oh, this is going to be, we're going to melt some stuff. We're going to overblow some stuff. I hope we can. I've got a bunch of stuff. There's a couple things that I really want to do, but I'm open to testing out whatever. Kid, okay? All right. Thanks to them. We're going to have to play with that matrix stuff that he was working on. Frozen, buffering, not again. Man. Not the modem. Melted your modem. Crappy internet or someone else. All right, are we back? Tell me when we're back. Good grief. We're back. Okay. So the task at hand, or the first thing on the list for what we're going to zap and release some magic smoke, is when we see, and we see this too often, and I've done it myself, but we see people put their, we see people take their controllers and they set them on top of a metal box power supply, right? And you think, oh, it's probably fine, but it's probably not fine. And it's probably the cause for at least the death of one or two or more controllers throughout the season. So let's show everybody what can happen when you do that, okay? By doing it, okay? So I've got here, let's take, I'm going to take a controller that I know is at least a little bit messed up. I removed one of the resistors on here, and then I think I might have done something else to it. So this may not work. If this doesn't work at all, then this is going to be a failed experiment right off the bat, and I'll have to grab a different one. But I'm thinking, well, why don't I try and just destroy one that's already sort of destroyed, since these are pretty hard to come by. But if that doesn't, if it doesn't work, and we do need to just go ahead and destroy something that's newer, then fine, we will. And I've got a bunch of strips of pixels here, 12 or 5 volt pixels. So we're going to hook all those up, and we're going to try and melt some connectors. I want to see really how much current some of these things can take. Hopefully I can produce enough. I don't have, one of those resistive load sort of machines that just, you can crank it up and say, oh, it's going to be, 50 amps, and then boom, put power in the main with greater effect. Oh, we could do that. Oh, I could just put a wLED, ESP8266 on there. Good call. Good call. I do have some of those I can totally spare. Like, let's try one of these here. All right, we're going to use this one. The thing is, they're probably already dead, but I want to see if it just goes pop, because it should just go pop. Something should go pop. Right. Okay, so we just got an 8266 on an old quad here. We're going to power this guy up. See, I have to disconnect a good quad to do this. But if we need to, we can sacrifice the good quad. That's our... Does your wife know? No, she's taking a nap. She's taking a nap, so we're safe. We're free to burn the house down. She doesn't take very long naps, though, so we really got to get on it. All right. This is one, yeah, like I said, this is one of the older quads, so you can see the terminals are different. They're not the big power terminals, but we're gonna. This particular problem is not an. Oops, that's a problem, isn't it? That'll be the ground wire. This particular problem is not an well, it's not directly an overload problem, as in like what Quindor was trying to do on his stream. He had I can't believe he did that. I can't believe it still worked. That's amazing. But that just showed to destroy that thing in a minute. Let's try another one that I think is broken. I have a little bag here of quads that I put in here because people sent them back and I tested them and I could not get them to work. And so I put them in the "You Are Bad" box. The box where we put the bad quads. I'm going to try this. I might have to go. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I can go here. The screwdriver's a little too big for this. And I've misplaced my smaller one. Did I mention my desk is a mess? Ugh. That was pretty cool what Quindor was doing. I was impressed. And man, I've not had the opportunity to really experiment with a lot of those. Thank you, Jim. I've not had the opportunity to experiment with a lot of those effects on a matrix, as I haven't really had a matrix that can do that. I actually do have one over there, and I suppose I could set something up to show it to you. Okay, so we're going to try that now. Now we have power connected to that thing. Oh, that's another thing we'll do is we'll switch those around the wrong way. I'll probably just sacrifice some of these. If I can't get this to work, I'll just sacrifice some regular ESP32s. Oh my gosh. That's the output side, knucklehead. Did I do that on the other one? That's the output side. Of course, that's not going to work. Did I do that on the other one? Have you guys been yelling at me? Man, what a doofus. What a doofus. Let's try putting it on the input side actually first, knucklehead. All right. Oh, now we're going to go backwards again. Boy, I am the one that needs a nap here. Okay. Bring, bring. Thank you very much. Thank you. When it said user something and subscribed, and I thought it said something unsubscribed because there was like a U and an N, and I was looking at it. Did I just do that backwards again? I did. I thought it said somebody unsubscribed, and I thought, wow, that's kind of mean of the stream software to send me a message when somebody unsubscribes. Ouch. Painful, hurtful. Being mean now. Okay. All right, we're going to try this again. Nothing. I think it's still got no lights, no nothing. Well, okay. I know what to do next. I know what to do. Here they go. All right, I have here some Unos and quads which are old but functional. So they're old, but they work. Or older, but they work. So I won't feel quite so bad frying them. Let's start. I keep wanting to go to the quad since that's the most common one that everybody uses. So let's try that. Okay, we're going to go to this quad now. This one should work. And then going to break down and sacrifice an ESP32. Sacrifice an ESP32 the cost. Twitch won't let me change my username, so I'm stuck with user 119. Okay. All right, turn it off for a moment just to put this back on, and then I'm going to just put this on top of a metal power supply, and I'm going to mash on it until it pops something. Because I think we probably are okay some of the time. There are a lot of components on the bottom of the board. Not all of them will instantly cause a major problem if they are grounded or shorted together or anything like that. But certainly some of them will. And that's the thing, is you don't know when you're going to mash the wrong thing. Okay. So there's some pixels lit up. And here we go. Hey guys, can you help me with my... I'm not making fun of anybody. I don't want it to sound like that, but hey guys, can you help me with my Dig Quad? I don't know quite what's wrong. Oh, they just flashed. Kind of surprised we haven't blown anything yet. Wow, look at that. It's actually working okay. Is this aluminum? Well, even if it was aluminum, it should still conduct something, right? And there you go. We have proven that it's totally fine to put this on top of a power supply. No, this is supposed to be the smoke. This is like the main smoke experiment right here, and it's failing. It's failing miserably. Part of it is probably because these good terminals, maybe they just sawed them down real low. See how low those are? Can't hardly see those. Strike for ESP abuse. Does the power supply have a coating on it? Let's see. I totally expected the power supply would work. Bring, bring. Thank you very much, Chris, for subscribing. Let's play something. Okay, so I'm just going to put my voltmeter here to continuity. And then... Okay, you guys probably can't hear it, but it squeals. But then if I do this... Oh, see that? Totally conductive. Okay. No, it's conductive. There's no coating on there. So, I mean, this should be essentially the same as just pressing a... just putting a wire across the two and just connecting the plus and the minus, but it's not doing anything. Soak it in Dr. Pepper. Conform a coating on the PCB? Maybe. Let's look at the other side. Let's get this out again. So oddly enough, the lights have changed color, which is a little strange. So we should be able to poke around on here and actually get some voltage. So for sure, we're going to get 12 volts here. Let me bring this up a little bit so you guys can see. Okay. For sure, you're going to get 12 volts here. Maybe we're not. Yeah, there they are. Okay. And then I would expect the same over here. Yeah. So when I attach those two by putting them on the power supply, that really should work. I can't make it short out. That's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. So maybe not all these outputs are putting out the same voltage. So we're going to go all the way over here to the ends. Okay, that one's not putting out anything. That one's not either. That one is. So maybe I already blew those fuses. That one is. We know that one is. I bet you these fuses out here already blew. Let's see. Oh, there isn't a fuse there. Oh, did you hear that? Something just went snap. Finally, jeez. I'm sure it was one of the fuses. Where'd it go? Yep. Let's see. Oh, maybe not that one. I really swear I heard a snap. Come on. Come on. Okay. Well, this is what it should have done. Let's just put a jumper across there and just make magic smoke for real. Because I'm sure that this is what should have happened. Ready? set, go. Did you see that? Turn the lights out. But it didn't, it actually stuck for a second like it welded it on there. But it should have popped the fuse. Oh. Oh, so it's shorting out, but it's not enough to pop the fuse. The wire got a little warm, but it's not enough to pop the fuse. Man, this thing is resilient. Four amps. It shorts out like that, and it only gets 4 amps. Wow. So a dead short like that, it only is 4 amps. That jumper will burn. Battle of the Magic Smoke. Holy cow. Dang. So it's a 5 amp fuse, but a short like that, maybe if I short it with a bigger wire, you think if I short it with a bigger wire it would work? Boy, that's impressive. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Okay, so the jumper was a pretty small wire. Let's try it with a bigger wire. Let's try and short it with something that's a bit bigger. I'm afraid I'm going to get way too comfortable doing this. Okay, Sparky. Whoa. Did you see that? It did spark for sure. It did go sparky. But it still works. Let's see, can you see that? That's where it sparks. And then it sticks. Ow, jeez. It's like welded on there now. I can't believe it's working. What the heck? What the heck? Vaporized the DuPont wire once accidentally. The insulation was completely intact, but the wire, well, there's a reverse protection circuits on the board. That must be it. That must be it. Gonna burn up my power supply instead of the quad. I'm failing at failing, Travis. What the heck? I can't even fail. Well, okay. Well, we're gonna change our announcement. Ooh, the ESP32 is getting a little warm. We're gonna change our announcement to say you cannot destroy this thing by pressing it on top of a power supply. So from now on, when we freak out about it, I guess joke's on us because I am shorting the holy goodness out of everything down here and nothing is changing at all. Bench power supply limited, maybe. Input wires are a bit too thin. Maybe, but to 4 amps? Oh, let's see. Oh, there it went. Just heard it snap again. So you can do it. It's just not wanting to go. And I turned up the amps all the way on my power supply. Shall we try it again? Okay, we're going to try it again. Best practice, I would put electrical things on anything conductive. I know, Nicholas, that's the point. But that's what I'm trying to prove. But so far, this thing is failing to fail on me. Aluminum oxide is not electrically conductive. This thing is. Like I did the test just now. I mean, this thing is definitely conductive. All right, it's gonna go boom. Ready, set. Oh yeah. So that was the dish. That was the thing. The power supply was limiting the current, and now that the current was high enough, I'm sure it blew this fuse. Okay, there we go. Yep, it's gone. You probably, yeah, maybe you can see through there. That's gone. Okay, so we blew the fuse. Sheesh. I bet you now that that current is high enough, let's take out one of these other fuses. Okay, this one looks good. This one looks intact. I am going to try and do it. Now that I put a new fuse in there, the lights come back on. You can see the lights in the background there. And now if I can do it again. Man, it's just hard to get those things. Hard to get those things to contact. I guess I could. Wait, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll cut down everything else. I'm going to cut down everything else so that the longest connections on this side are the ones that I want to try and short out. How about that? So all these other connections I'm going to just trim off so that I know for sure that the ones that I want to have contact for the purposes of demonstrating what you should not do will work. All right. This is going to work this time. All right. Absolutely positively this is going to work. Oh, there it goes. Whoa. Sparky McSparkle. Here, watch this. But it's not blowing anything, but watch it spark. This is good. Oh, see that? See it? There it goes. Woo! Oh, and the lights went out. So there went the fuse again. Yay, we did it. Sheesh. As the clippings go into the PCU. Oh yeah. This is actually though, this is that big power supply that was crapping out on me the other day. So that's okay. All right, so let's make sure we blew that fuse. I'm pretty sure we did. Okay. And sure enough, there's nothing left under there. You guys probably can't see it, but you guys probably can't see it, but there is nothing left in there. Fuse is gone. Sheesh. Okay, so now we can say that's why you don't want to put one of these on top of your power supply, because you may not have to work as hard as I had to work to get it to actually go zap. Wow, that was harder than it should have been. All right, something else that happens a lot. Now this is going to sacrifice this ESP32 for sure, okay? This is gonna work. I need a bigger fuse. All right. A lot of times we get people take this off and then they put it back on, but they put it on wrong. So if you put it back on like this, where it's off by 1, okay? You put it back on like that. So see how those pins are hanging off the edge there? No good, okay? No good. If those are hanging off the edge, when you put it down in there, I think what we'll probably see is this light right here will just not come on. So let's do that. Push. Okay, that light didn't come on. Darn, that didn't work. Why not? I don't know. Gee whiz, bummer. Oh, I got it wrong. Now I'm going to take it off and put it back on, and it may not work. Well, in this case, it makes me a fool, and it does work. And once again, I have failed at failing. But I've seen that happen, and it didn't work. Or you burn up the chip. Auto mode is something else. Which auto? Can you reverse the ESP? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Still could have killed the ESP32 module. Good point, even though that light's on. So let's see if we can see the... failed at failing. I think this was the one that we were looking at this morning, this ESP32. So let's see if we can get a wLED access point. I'm not seeing one. Well, here's how we test. We're going to test this now by taking this guy off. And we're going to test it by putting this connected to the computer and see if I can flash it. Okay, that's a good way to know if it's totally gone kaputski. Is if I connect it to the computer and it will not flash, then it's no bueno. Okay. So the light coming on is a good sign, but maybe it's still dead. We'll try it. We're going to go to install. So our Oh, it's still there. It's working. Okay. No, we're not gonna bother doing that. Okay, well, next thing that people do sometimes that fails, unlike that thing, don't quit your day job. No kidding, huh? Man, I can't even fail at failing. Plugging in the module with power applied can also damage it. Okay, well, let's do that. So I guess what we're saying, yeah, how about backwards, Kingfish? That's what I was going to do now. I got all these little slivers of stuff around here. Okay. So we got power on to this board. I did put it on here and it worked, right? That worked. Okay. But then if we turn it around, like we've seen this too, unfortunately, this would, I bet you this will not work. All right. So turning it around and go. Okay. It's on there. Let it fry for a minute. It's not getting hot. Take it off. Now let's see what happens if we turn it around and put it back on. We still have an orange light. Did I get an indestructible pack of these or what? Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to change the name of the stream to watch how robust all these machines are. Okay, there we go. We got that again. Install, and there it is. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, that didn't kill it either. Man, what version? Did I fry the pixels? No, I don't think so. Drum roll! I mean, this thing's working. It's not dead. It's not dead. This thing is DrZzs proof. Wow. Okay. How else might somebody fry one of these? Because I'm not sure what to do. They finally outsmarted the dumb ones, and they're frying things. He did. Quindor built a dang good product. I know I've seen those stop working like that, or at least I've assumed. I thought I did that, and it might be the version of the, maybe it's the version of the quad sometimes. I don't know what circuitry might be different in older ones. But boy, that sure, we could try it with an Uno too. You want to try it with an Uno? Let's try it with an Uno as well. Ah, it's wrong size screwdriver. Where I put my screwdriver. There it is. All right, we'll hook up lights to it too. Well, the next thing I want to do, yeah, that's what I'm trying. Drop it in some Dr. Pepper. No kidding. Fried one by trying to pull a LifeX strip to it. Whoops. Q&A tester. I volunteer. ETA Panther Boy says, when will stuff be back in stock? I don't expect that I will have any new LED control boards in stock before the end of the year. We will have, there will be Permatrack in stock and Pixels. If you wanted to do Permatrack and Pixels, that will be in stock. In fact, it might be in stock now. We've filled all the orders that were placed in the last week or so, and have done an inventory to make sure we've got what we think we have before we tell everybody how much we have. So now there will be more Permatrack and Pixels on the site. But as far as on DrZzs, I don't think I will have any controllers before January probably. And then, this Chinese New Year holiday that lasts for like 6 months or something, it feels like it might be February or March. We usually go through quite a lull right now. So instead, I'm going to grab a bunch of, I'm going to go to the manufacturer and get a bunch of those these panels here. I'm going to go there and get a bunch of these panels here, and we will make some HA switch plate kind of things. And actually, that's one of the things we can look at is the HA switch plate. There's already, just in the few days since we did the stream about it, somebody has gone in and made an example of wLED and how to make it work with wLED. So very exciting. Let's see. So we can make a wLED control panel out of one of those HA switch plate panels. All right. Don't I have a different wire than this that I can use? I just been doing this one now. Put those on the end of it for the quads all the time. I don't have ones for the Unos anymore. Let's see, how long is that wire? Not long enough. All right, this is gonna have to be, here's one. And here's another one. Okay, great. We'll use a little bit of this wire here. This wire is not super small, but not super big, so it'll be fine. We're gonna put ground in this side. I really want to experiment with the matrix. That is so cool. So there's a new effect that lets you put in text and it displays the text on the matrix. That's cray cray. And I love it. And that wasn't a special version, right? That was just the 14.1 that he was using, wasn't it? I mean, he compiled it special for the ESP or for the Dig-to-Go thing, but other than that, it was pretty normal. Okay. All right. We will try again. Let's see if we can try again to destroy this on an Uno this time. So I'm going to start with putting it on the wrong way. So we'll go off by 1 pixel track here, 1 pinhead track here. And oh man, it's not working. Darn it. Okay, take it off. Now let's put it on and see if it works. Still comes on. Light still comes on. I'm going to take that as an indicator that it's working for now. I don't think actually this one you might not even be able to turn around. If you turned it around, oh yeah, you can. So we're going to turn it around and push it down. It's not working. No surprise. Oh no, I did it wrong. Let me switch it around. And it works again. Son of a gun. I cannot destroy this thing. Man. Custom pre-compiled options, but otherwise just a normal version. Yep. Yeah. So no strange effects. All that effect was stuff that you put in there. Doggone it. Doggone it. Okay. What else? I can't believe I'm failing at this. I thought that was going to be the big fireworks. And then what I want to do is test out some of these. And this is probably not going to work super well. But I thought maybe I could test out some of these and see, you know, when we would get a problem. And I don't have a temperature sensor, so we're just going to have to use my hand. Time to get constructive. Try a microwave. Set it on the PCU. You want me to set the Uno on the PCU? Or just set that thing on the PCU? Yeah, set that on the PCU. That'll do it. Probably have seen people do that. That'll destroy it. Okay, let's do that. It's probably, I don't want it to short my computer if I don't plug it into your PC and do that, right? Turn it around and then plug in the USB. Set the Uno on the PSU. Okay, here goes. Oh, I hear crackling. Woo! Sparky. Oh! 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 It's making little burnt marks on. Oh, now look. Look, the little light went off. Oh no. Se murió. Se murió. She died. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Quinn LED ESP32. Oh no, no more light. Oh no. Oh no. No light means no bueno. No light means no bueno. Oh, now it's not being detected. It is dead. Nope, this one didn't blow the fuse. Well, it might have blown the fuse. I don't think so because the lights were still on. Nope. And this is a 10 amp fuse too, by the way. The Unos have a 10 amp fuse. The quads have 5 amp fuses. So this guy bit the dust. Moment of silence. Done. Oh, give it a minute to cool down? Really, this thing? No way. This has a self-healing fuse in it too? Are you kidding me? So I have succeeded in failing, finally. Oh, take it out of the power, duh. Okay, I'm going to, in the meantime, I need to start connecting up a massive load. A massive load. And I don't want to melt these pixels because these are ones I bought to use on my deck. So I'm going to connect them all together. And this is 6 150 pixel strings. So somebody do the math. I think it's about 900, right? It's about 900. We should be able to draw a pretty significant amount of current with 900 5-volt pixels. Somebody do the math and figure out what we should be expecting 900 5-volt pixels to draw while we wait for that thing to potentially cool off and resurrect itself. I got these for my deck, and then we got hit so hard with snow, I can't even get to the steps on the deck, which is great, right? Great, great, great. We've been whining for years that we don't have enough snow and moisture and such, so let's not complain when we get too much. Wait, there should be 6 of these. How many of them are there? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, here it is. 6. 270 watts total, assuming max power and no current limiting. Okay. So we will have to go in and turn off the current limiting to make that work right. I also want to do, well, 270 watts, and then you divide that by 5. Right? That's a lot of current. That should blow some things. I just want to test these conductors, or these connectors. What the blazes? Okay. I want to test some of these connectors that, like the clickets and stuff, and just see what kind of current we can get going through there without them melting, because they're usually only good for a couple amps, or not very many, anyways. What the heck? Really? What is the problem here? This is not supposed to be the hard part. There it goes. Okay. So we got, this is the last one. Okay, last one. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, great. Now to get this to actually work, we're going to have to do power injection, or this wouldn't draw enough, right? 17 Zigbee devices controlled in home system. Paralleled, so still 5 volts. Do you work as an electricity tester during the day? No. Okay. Now, let's connect up. So let's connect up. I know what to do. We're going to take all of these, or a lot of these wires that are here for our voltage injection, and we're going to put those together. That way we'll get the right voltage to all the pixels, but then I can consolidate the current on one on the other side of whichever connector we use, right? That's not very much stripped off wire. Let's get some more. We're gonna need a lot. Okay, so there's one. Here's the next one. Remember doing this before, and I had like a jumper wire that we like superheated. Had 1,000 LEDs running through one jumper wire. Wow, that got warm. My first clue was I could smell it. I'm like, oh boy, smell something. All right. Oh, the other thing I want to do, I want to try and put a bunch of current through like one pixel string. Just started to play with wLED and I have enjoyed it. Good. Cubicle Nate. Do I use FPP for lights on my house or most of the wLED kind of guy? I'm mostly a wLED kind of guy. I have just, once again, it seems like every year at Christmas time I start to experiment with X lights and Falcon Pi Player. And I did again this year, as is my habit. Oh, I skipped this one somehow. But I am mostly a wLED guy. Most of what I do is not the big shows for myself in my house. I think they're awesome. I like to go see them. And I will add more things to my regular house but I don't know. I don't ever want to get into a big light like competition with anybody, you know. I know that not everybody does that, and that's great. And a lot of those guys, people that are just like, hey, I just want to enjoy the flashy blinkies. I want to see people come smile at my house. It's not about my display is better than yours, or more people watch mine than they watch yours, or whatever. I'm into that. I think that would be fun. Just to watch people see things that they don't usually get to see and get happy about it. Especially the kidums. It's all for the kids, right, guys? We're not doing this for ourselves or our own sense of accomplishment or interest or curiosity. No, this is all for the children. Does a different developer do the sound reactive release? Until today or last night, there was a separate team that was doing most of the sound reactive work. According to Air Cookie, who is the guy who does wLED, he's the wLED mastermind. Most of what was part of the newest release was contributed by the folks that have been doing the sound reactive version. So version 14, which is the one that just came out of wLED, or 0.14, is actually includes for the first time the sound reactive functionality in the main release. So the long answer to your question is no, at least not anymore. The main release now has sound reactive, and there's more than one developer for sure. Especially, the bigger it's gotten, the more there's been people helping Air Cookie get it all done. And we're grateful to each and every one of them. Hopefully some of them are on here. You guys on here at all? I don't see you because I'm not watching this stream at all. I'm just twisting wires together, which is thrilling, I'm sure. Okay. I think I have connected everything that I stripped apart. Okay, one more. All right. What could possibly go wrong? I hope I don't blow up any of these pixels. I'll do that too, though. I actually do want to. Oh, that was what I wanted to do. I want to take a 5-volt pixel or a 5-volt, strip pixel, and zap it. And by I mean like I want to I want to turn up the voltage on it and see how much it takes for it to go pop. Oh, come on, you turkey. And what it looks like when it has gone pop, because I think you can identify it most of the time by looking at it. So there was somebody who said that they messed up and they put too much voltage on their strip of LEDs, and then they thought, oh no, are they all ruined? And the answer is, well, maybe, but maybe not. And you can test them, or potentially you can just look at them and see what is working and what's not working. Oh, this is just too many to try and twist them all together. Boop, boop. All right, here we go. Twisty, twisty, twisty. Okay, there's that. Now, the first one of these I want to test is this guy, this Clippy-Doo. I like these because they're so simple. They're obviously not weatherproof in the least, so I would not recommend using them any place where you expect any sort of problems with rain or moisture or anything like that. Thank you very much, Wing Commander. But we're going to see if we can put a bunch of current through them and at least make it hot or make something not work. Okay. All right, so there's that. Now, we're going to, let's connect this up to, let's see, if I connect it to an Uno, then I won't be able to drive up the current real high. Because I guess I could put a bigger fuse in there, but that would probably create a new problem. My Uno is now buried under here. But I guess I could. All right, here's a bunch of wire. And we're going to connect this to the beginning. Okay. Say what? Hey, it works. Good job. Have I ever had 2811s and one light will go out, but after some time come back and behave normally? Just happened on a light near the peak of my house. Christmas miracle. It is a Christmas miracle. Oh, let's see if this thing has cooled down now. Let's see if this one has cooled down and come back on. No. Nope. Good night. Okay, there's more. I got another one. Okay. Let's see. Test this one. Okay, that one's working. Put it on the Uno here. Now we're gonna have to go into this Uno and make some changes. All right, we're gonna have to change some settings here. Oh, this is still set to 5 volts. Wait a second. They're set to 12 volts. So we're going to disconnect the power to the Uno first. Okay. Now it's on with 5 volts. I'm going to reconnect this. Okay, 5 volts should work. So no worky. I wonder why. Oh. Okay, just took a minute. There it goes. We got a few of them now. But that's not everything we need, right? Yeah, oh well, one dead. Will we get some magic smoke? I hope so. I got some sparks, right? At least I got some sparks. All right, we're going to connect this one to, we're going to connect to that Uno. I think when we did this before, I kind of remember this being similar. How long does it take for AliExpress? AliExpress is not too bad. It depends on the seller. Would you guys all agree that have bought stuff from there? Depends on the seller. Okay, we're going to go in here. We're going to go to LED preferences. We're just going to turn off the brightness limiter. Just turn it off. And then we're going to change the number of pixels here to 900. This may just pop this thing right away. You guys ready to see what happens? 2 to 6 weeks. You know what? Alkali, that's exactly what that's right in the ballpark. Sometimes it's not too bad. So, best way to do that is going to be, okay, we're going to do this a little bit differently. And disconnect this. All right, yeah, we're just going to cut a bit of this wire. We're just going to cut this wire off. The power's off. This is another way to destroy things, is to cut through this. Actually, we can do that too. Remind me that later. Okay, I'm just going to pull some of this wire out. Okay, now I'm going to just run the power wires. So power and ground, I'm going to connect right here. That way, oh boy. That way all of the current from all of those lights goes through here. Okay, goes through this connector. All right, and then the data, and only the data, goes to this spot, and I'm actually going to just twist it real good and then stick it in there. That should work. Twist it real good and then just stick it in there. Yeah, that should work. If I really wanted to be fancy, I would put a little connector on the end of that. Let's see. What am I reading? Cut the red wire? No, blue. Oh, I got you. Nice. Okay. All right. I think that'll do that. Let's put this back on here. Now I think I can turn it on. Great. We got yellow lights. Perfect. So now I'll go back in and I'm going to set it. I'm going to turn off the brightness limiter and set it to 900 LEDs, and something's going to give. I don't know what. Something's going to give. Might be the power supply, but I got the current turned up all the way on my power supply too. Okay, so config, LED preferences, turn off this. We're going to get rid of that. And here we go. 900. Done. And this is when it's going to, here's when it's going to go whammy. Ready? Ready for the whammy? Woo! Okay. Does this still give me a current? Oh, I can turn up the brightness. A little bit. Those aren't even getting warm. Let's go here and let's try. It's recommending a 50 amp power supply, 5 volt, 50 amp power supply. Oh, there's smoke. There's smoke. There's smoke. You see that? Can you see it? No, you can't see because it's too freaking bright. It's smoking. Oh, baby. Oh, it just melted right there. Did you see that? Okay. Oh, and I could have caught how much current was coming through over there. Okay, wait. Let's try that again. So that just melted the plastic right there on the ground side. Ooh, now it's warm. Oh, baby. Yay! We did it! We did it! Okay, play some magic smoke automation animations. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, but what I want to do, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. So, close up post-mortem here. This thing, I can't even open it. See how these open? This one. That one's melted. New internet. Oh, did it go out again? Router smoking too. Aux nuclear power station. Now no audio? No way. Missed it all. Oh no, Bo. Go back. You can see it. Sorry, it was me. Okay, we're going to do this again because I want to see what the current, how much current was being drawn from my power supply over there. I thought I was going to have to go to bright or to white, but it just took a minute for it to really get smoking. God, this is painful. Okay. Good enough. Good enough for destroying things, right? Oh, that one just popped right out. Dang it. Oh, this is painful. I need more wire even. I don't know why I do this to myself. I just say, oh, I'm just going to do this real quick. And then I struggle and struggle and struggle because real quick is not usually the best way to do something. Okay, there we go. There's that. All right, now that's back on there. And now I'm going to put this back on the other side. Thank you very much. Help DrZzs get some better internet. It's usually so good. It's usually fine, but man, what the crap today is just oh bueno. All right, let me read. Smoking in the boys' room. No kidding.
Dr. 44 DST 44L Super Chat €6. Help DrZzs to get some better internet.
Raid. Tomb Raid. Oh, wow. Welcome, Tomb Raiders. Thanks for being here. Thank you very much, Bo Wentz. Appreciate that. We getting raided. Oh, fantastic. Woohoo. Het Tennis. What does Het Tennis do? What are you guys streaming about over there? Thank you for being here. You got here just in time to watch us melt some more stuff. It's a good day to be here, got to say. I do need some Dr. Pepper, though. Where can I get some Dr. Pepper? Everyone is home streaming YouTube using all the bandwidth. That's probably part of it. I did replace that power supply down there. Should have gotten better. A Linux superstar. Oh, really? Oh, cool. Linux Ansible. I don't know what Ansible is, but thank you very much. Thank you very much, Het Tanis. I'll have to check you out. Appreciate it. So what we're doing here, most of what I stream about is LED stuff, pixel stuff. We got controllers and, the fancy colored LEDs all over the place. And we mess around with the software and the hardware for that. That's a good part of it. A lot of it is, oh, there he goes again. And back again. Jeez. And I'm going in and out on this stupid lag. It's getting warm. Here it comes. Yep, 6 amps, and here comes the smoke. You guys watching? Can you see it? Why does it go to the ground side, do you suppose? They're both pretty dang hot, but the ground side just happened to be smoking first. Oh boy, it's getting warm. Oh, there it goes, starting to melt through. Here comes the smoke. Here it comes. There it is.
Say what?
Here it comes. It's about to pop through. You see it smoking? Yeah, you do. Now it's 5.5 amps. Wow, that's not very much. Okay. Woo! 5 amps. Okay. 5.5 amps, 6, and she's smoking for sure. Too many pixels. My internet went out. Now I have to not touch this thing for a minute. Okay, I want to try a couple others now. I want to try a couple others. We're going to try one of these, which I don't really have. Oh, no, these are the ones I do. No, these are the ones I have. Which are the ones I've been sending out? I think it's these. So these are important to test. And then I want to test this as well. Do you guys have a preference? This is the click it. This is the lever. So lever number 1, lever number 2, and lever number 3, because there's all just levered. What do you want to see first? Those are crap. Uh-oh, which ones are crap? Is that connector or the wires? It's the connectors melting. Yeah, it's the connector. And I'm pretty sure I have one or more of these somewhere around with that is taking more than 5 amps, so I gotta be careful. I've melted many of those connectors. They are crap. These ones? Or which ones? Okay, I think it's cooled off enough. We can. It's. Oh, I should have pulled it out of there. It's melted in there. I can't get it out. Yeah, it's stuck. That is stuck. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do on this other side, though, I am going to have to like put a wire nut on here or something to keep all this crap together, so that I can swap out connectors easier. Besides, this won't work with a click it anyways. So I'm going to have to like wire nut and put a couple wires in there. All right, we're just going to use a little bit of this. This is what we got. Oh, that won't work. Okay. I don't think that's big enough wire. I think we should get something a little bit bigger. Oh, we'll try this one. Can't tell if these are 20 or 18. I really want 18. I don't really want 20. Oh, I know I've got 18. There we go. I got a whole spool of it. Okay. Great. So we know this is 18. I don't know for sure about this other side. I think it's 18, but I'm not sure. Summer of missteps. Utah man burns down his house playing with LEDs. And check those stats in OBS.